against? You're up against people who believe that Toastmasters is all about the ums and the ahs. Really? I mean, you know, people are like, oh my God, the grammarian. They're going to tear me apart for every you know, so and like. And I can tell you that some of the best speakers in the world have plenty of filler words. They don't have so many that's distracting. We have moved away from the fact that we want to make it so you have fewer of them and you take out the things that don't work than to make it so you don't have any. It's humanizing to say, oh, you're thinking. It's all right. They're like, oh, they're like me. They didn't say 427 in a 5-minute talk, but to say it is okay. So, you see, people sitting there, see how many of them say. Cindy Martin's most important memory is that she had 37 ums in a 3-minute speech. Her first one. It's like, it's all right, it's all good. But that is what I was taught too. As a person who was already a professional speaker when I came into Toastmasters, there were some folks who made me feel kind of bad. And now I ignore you. This is something that you might want to check out. If you're trying to figure out how to make your clubs work, look at what the experts say. This is Lance Miller. This is just a 1-minute video. And anyone who wants this slide set, just let me know. Valda at valdaford.com. I will send it to you. No problem. I don't believe in killing trees to give you stuff that you put in the garbage. But I will definitely send this to you. And I'll even get it sent off today if the wireless works. Now, so what's in it for me? If a present or potential member asks you, what's in it for me? How do you answer them? Yes.
What do you want? What are you looking for?
That is always a great strategy to turn it back around to say, well, tell me what you want. But if they persist and they say, what's in it for me? What will you say? Yes.
I will ask them a little bit about themselves, like where are you at this point in your life or your career? Like for me, when I was transitioning from a company to a new company, being in Toastmasters helped me because it helped do an interview process. Mm-hmm. You could tie it to table topics and how you were asked questions, and this arena will prepare you to speak to those impromptu moments and things like that. So just finding out where they are.
Right. Restate it, because sometimes that gives you a time to think about it, or ask them specifically, where are you as a speaker? Where are you as a person who wants to be in leadership? Yes, Beth.
One simple word that I've often answered that question with is success. And that will make them stop and think and say, well, what do you mean? And then I take the platform, because then they're actually asking for a definition of what we do. Mm-hmm. So I can jump into the fact that you can be more successful. You may not have a goal of being this, but you can be better at this. You may not have this goal, but you can be better at. So sometimes that one simple word can be enough to make them ask more questions, and you can open the conversation.
Excellent. Yes.
Some of the things that I tell people is, especially if they're coming from corporate clubs and they're traveling a lot and being stationed different places, military, etc., is that you have a community of friendship all around the world. You can travel to a foreign country and you can immediately be embraced and be infiltrated into the culture of that area because you're a Toastmaster. Yep. It opens up doors in friendship and family that you may never have that opportunity if you do not belong to a Toastmaster.
Yep, I use it all the time at the chamber. When I go to the BizLinks and I get my 30-second commercial, I always say Toastmasters, an organization of 357,000 people in 140 countries around the world. What kind of networking opportunity is that? And you know, there are 4,000 of us in North Carolina. I might be able to sell some insurance to somebody. Yes. That's all I can.
Oh, yes, individual growth and individual development.
Individual growth and individual development. All of these are very good because you're going back to what is it that you want. You're getting them to restate. You're finding out where they are. You're saying you're just putting that success thing. You're telling them that your family can increase 357,000 fold. And no Christmas presents. I always use the example that when I travel, and I have spoken in 57 countries, now when I travel, I know I'm coming, I will look up, go up toastmasters.org, see where I'm going, see where the club is. I have been invited into clubs into places like St. Thomas, USDI, Cancun, Mexico, Frankfurt, Germany. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and then you don't get the tourist version anymore. People invite you in, they might offer you a place to stay. I don't do that because, you know, they might see me when I don't have all my foundational things together. So I don't want to change their opinion of who I am, you know what I'm saying? So, but other than that, yeah, they take me to dinners. If I have a business opportunity, they will tell me about the culture of the place. They will tell me how women are affected or interacted with. They will tell me about religious differences, about political things to steer clear of. It's amazing. I would pay for it, and I get it for free. Okay. Excuse me. So the ways to get the most out of Toastmasters, according to Darren LaCroix, is join multiple clubs. We're talking about getting people to stay in one, but if you have someone who you know they get one thing from you, but they know another one, perhaps they want to, you encourage them, come here for this, and then go join an advanced club or a specialty club. That's what I do. So I get what I need from my Toastmasters club. I get a chance to be a mentor. I get a great family opportunity. But then when I want some more sharpening of the blade, then I go to advanced clubs. And fortunately for me, advanced clubs around the state will allow me to come in to practice if I'm doing something. Come with an intention of growing. That's kind of what Elmer said today. You know, come with the intention of growing, of doing something better. Focus on version 10.0 instead of 1.0. So for those people who are afraid, tell them the first time you get up, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We are a friendly group of people who care, not a vicious group of criticizers. That's what people are afraid of. And some of us have been there, so stop it. Yes. Now, when getting members through the chamber, it's rare that they will be interested in being involved like this. That's the downside through the chamber. They're very much about Monday through Friday. You talk about doing something on Saturday, like, no. So I'm trying to get some people to come here, but we'll work it out. Because remember, the reason that you keep people in your club is because you bring them value. There are plenty of ways to learn how to speak well. Plenty of business seminars on how to communicate better. So you have to be the reason that they want to come. Whether it's weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly, the more frequent, the better. However, some people will feel intimidated because they can't come every week. That might be a negative for them. Our present club did meet once a week. Now we meet every other week. And my advanced club meets once a month. It works very well for us. Okay. Why should they come or stay? If someone asks you, they've come in a couple times, they've looked around, and they say to you, why should I stay here? Do you have an answer? And this is why you have to have one. Because if someone says to you, why should I stay here versus XYZ, you know your club culture. You tell them what's good about your club. Don't try to compete with other clubs. You say, not only are we very good at helping you to become a better communicator, but we're very much middle of the road. We're not too rigid, we're not too lax. And you seem to enjoy it. I've seen you laughing. Keep coming with us. Enjoy the time while you're learning. But have a reason. If someone is dating you, say, you know, you're one of a possible 3 people they might want to be with, and they say, why should I be with you? You just sit there and go like, And say, well, the other 2 had a reason. Let me look at their reason. You don't know. I mean, you could get the whole attitude thing like, you want to ask me that, I don't need you. But people really want to know, why is it that they should stay with you? It's not just because you think it's the best club, but if you've been paying attention, if you've been seeing where they are, if you've been asking them what's in it for them, if you've been showing them how to be successful, if you've been showing them all the things that we've talked about, and they'll say, okay. You probably won't even have to ask. One thing I do, the first time people come, I introduce them when we walk in the door. Hey, how you doing? I'm Valda. And here's some information. In case you want to join us, you can join right here. I got my computer. I will set you up right here. Here is the benefit from a work perspective. And I will explain to them that a person who's a speaker trainer may charge you $250 an hour up to become a better speaker. They're the top speakers like Patricia Fripp, who would charge you $5,000 to $10,000 a day. Serious business. $250 an hour or more is what you would typically spend as compared to spending half of that for the entire year. They have people who will help you improve. You have to find a reason. Sometimes it's the human reason. Sometimes it's all the heart. Sometimes it's a business imperative. If people are coming in there because they want to do a better job at work, you explain to them how if they go away to work with a speaker coach who's charging $250 an hour, at the end of the day, they would have spent a couple $1,000s, and you know how excited you are at the moment, and then later you go back and it's like, what did they say? Here they have the reinforcement every time. So, am I going the wrong way? Yeah, I guess it was repeating. This is supposed to be a recap. Valda, you're supposed to know how to give a speech. So, not everyone knows about Toastmasters. You have to explain it to them. Make sure that people know that you're there. Even if you are not a member of the chamber, sometimes they let you put things in their news magazines. Use the local television. Use people who are doing community service announcements. TV people love to have you on. You have to not wait until the last minute. If you're trying to talk about Toastmasters, you have a reason why they should have you on. 6 weeks out, talk to them about the fact that your Toastmasters crew is all women, or it's the first one that is giving continuing education hours. I know there's one in the Triangle area that's giving continuing ed hours, that you're an engineering-only club, that you're a humor-only club. They need filler. Get yourself out there and people come. And then when they come, make sure what? They feel good about being there. They feel like it was worth their time, and they feel like it's a supportive family with the opportunity to meet 357,000 people. So understand what motivates each person. If you want to grow and love your club, these are things you can do. Now I think I'm probably at my last minute. Yes. Are there any questions? Questions? Yes?
What is your email again?
My email? I forgot. Let me see. What is it? I gave it so. My email is my first name, Valda, VALDA, at ValdaFord.com. So simple. And for those of you who are wondering if you should call me Valda, no. It's Valda. It comes from the word Valkyrie, which is a warrior maiden, who is the person who decides who lives or dies. That's me. Yes.
Of the 57 countries, what was the most exotic place to visit that rattled your knees a little bit?
Ooh. The most exotic. Ooh, I've been to a lot of exotic. I've been to exotic, I've been to dangerous, I've been to fun. My most favorite place in the world to go is British Virgin Gorda. Virgin Gorda in the British Virgin Islands is amazing, but it was damaged severely last year. However, I'm going on a sailing trip next month, so I'll see if it's still there. But after that, I loved being in Afghanistan, and I worked in Saudi Arabia for a while. And for those of you who heard my Diana Ross story, you know I've been to Finland. So, I don't know. It's hard to pick. There's been something amazing. Oh, I love Malaysia when we had the conference there. And for those of you who want to go somewhere, you know, Toastmasters is going to be in Paris in 2020. Save your pennies. You can be there with me, because I'm definitely going to be trying to get up the tower. I don't know. Eating some croissants at the cafe. All right. Now, I want to say that you can grow your club. I am available to you if you have some specific questions later on. This is a great time to ask me, because this is my downtime time. No, grammarians, I didn't do double clutches. This is my downtime from now until the end of the first week in January. I'm pretty good about answering. If text me though.